Nnenna could no longer deny it. Something was terribly wrong. Her son, Obinna, had not spoken a single word in a long time. At first, she felt relief, but now his silence was unnatural. The villagers began to notice. Nnenna, your son does not talk, Mama Uju said one morning as they pounded fufu together. Some children take time to speak, Nnenna replied, forcing a smile. Mama Uju narrowed her eyes. At his age, even a parrot would have spoken by now. The whispers spread. Perhaps the child is an Obanje after all, one old woman murmured. Or maybe the gods are punishing her for something, another said. The rumors reached to Keke, her husband. One night, he turned to her. Nena, something is wrong with our son. Tears stained her eyes. I know. Then we must seek help. She nodded, her heart heavy. The next morning, Nnenna and Okeke traveled to a neighboring village to see Wanyoma, a powerful seer known for her wisdom. Her hut was surrounded by trees, their twisted roots crawling around the earth like the fingers of an ancient spirit. As they stepped inside, the seer sat before a large clay bowl filled with water, her long white hair falling over her shoulders. Without asking why they had come, she waved her hand over the bowl. The water swirled, and a dark mist rose from within. Your son's silence is not natural, she said, her voice distant, as if speaking from another realm. It is the work of an unseen force. Nena felt her heart pound. What unseen force, Wanyoma? The seer's gaze settled on her, sharp and knowing. Your words. A cold shiver ran down Inena's spine. Your careless words, spoken in frustration, were heard by an Ajomo, a wandering entity that grants wishes at a cost. When you wished for silence, it granted your request. But silence is not just the absence of noise. It is the absence of life. Nena gasped, her hands flying to her mouth. She remembered the moment clearly. The anger, the frustration, the curse she had unknowingly laid upon her own child. How do I fix this? She whispered, tears streaming down her face. The seer traced a symbol on the ground with her staff. The spirit has taken his voice into the forest of forgotten echoes. You must journey there, but be warned. Retrieving it will not be easy. You will be tested, and only by proving that you have truly learned the power of words will you succeed. Nena wiped her tears and straightened her back. She would not fail her son. Armed with the seer's instructions, Nnenna set off for the forest, while her husband Okeke stayed behind to look after their son Obinna. The path to the forest was long and winding, the air growing colder with every step. The first test came in the form of an old woman sitting by the roadside, her body frail, her eyes tired. Daughter, please help me carry this basket to my hut, she pleaded. Nena hesitated. The seer had warned that every action, every word on this journey would determine her success. She could not ignore the woman. Of course, Mama, she said, taking the heavy basket. As they walked, the old woman spoke. Words are like seeds, Nena. What you plant is what you will harvest. Do you understand? Nena nodded. When they reached the hut, the old woman smiled, and before Inena's eyes, she transformed into Allah, the goddess of the earth. You have passed the first test. Your words must not only be spoken, but lived. Allah vanished, and Inenna continued on her journey. As she walked by the roadside, she encountered a group of villagers gathered around, whispering and pointing at a young woman standing alone, her head bowed in shame. One villager sneered. She was caught stealing yams from the market. Another added, I heard she was driven out of her village for dishonor. Feeling compelled to join in, Inenna opened her mouth to speak, but a gentle breeze brushed against her lips, reminding her of her purpose. Instead, she approached the young woman and asked softly, What is your name? Amara, the woman replied, tears streaming down her face. Why do they speak ill of you? Nena inquired. Amara explained. My family is poor, and I was accused of stealing to feed them. But I swear upon the gods, I am innocent. Moved by her plight, Nena addressed the crowd. Do not judge without knowing the truth. Words can wound deeper than any weapon. The villagers, shamed by their behavior, dispersed. A soft voice echoed, For this test you have passed. By midday, she arrived at a river that shimmered like liquid silver, but there was no bridge. You must cross! A voice whispered from the water. Inenna hesitated, then waded in. The water rose quickly, swirling around her, whispering in voices she recognized. Her own words, the ones she had thrown at Obina in anger. Why must you always cry? You are exhausting. I wish you would just be quiet. The words crashed over her like waves, suffocating her. She fell to her knees, tears mingling with the water. I take them back, she choked out. I take them all back. I was wrong. The river calmed. A path appeared beneath her feet, and she walked to the other side, shaking but determined. After the encounter at the river, Inanna approached a large tree and she decided to rest beneath it. Suddenly, a man stumbled into the clearing, his eyes wild with rage. You! He shouted, pointing at Inanna. You are the reason my crops failed. Confused, Inanna replied, I do not know you, sir. Liar! He spat. Your curses have brought misfortune upon me. Anger fled within Inanna, but she took a deep breath, recalling the seer's words. I am sorry for your troubles, she said calmly, but I have cast no curses. Let us sit and discuss this peacefully. The man's rage subsided, and he slumped to the ground, tears in his eyes. Forgive me, he whispered. I have lost everything and sought someone to blame. Enenna placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. Words spoken in anger can lead us astray. Let us be mindful. Once again, a soft voice echoed, for this test you have passed. At last, she reached the forest of forgotten echoes. The air was thick with whispers, voices stolen by the spirits. In the heart of the forest stood a towering shadow, its form shifting like smoke. It was Ekwensu, the trickster spirit. In its hand, it held a small glowing orb, Obina's voice. You seek to take back what you threw away? Ekwensu sneered. Yes, Nena said firmly. Then answer me this, the spirit said. What is more powerful, silence or speech? Nena closed her eyes. She had learned that silence could wound as deeply as words, but she had also learned that words held power, power to harm, but also to heal. Neither, she said at last. The true power is in knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Ekwensu chuckled. Clever woman. He extended the glowing orb. Take it, and remember, your words shape the world around you. Nena took the orb, feeling warmth spread through her. When she returned to the village, Obinna was waiting. Nena knelt before him, pressing the orb gently to his throat. A soft light enveloped him, and then, Mama, he whispered. Tears streamed down Nena's face as she pulled him into her arms. I'm so sorry, my son. I missed you, Mama, Obinna said, his voice clear and full of life. From that day on, Nena became a different woman. She chose her words carefully, using them to uplift rather than tear down. And whenever she felt the urge to speak in anger, she remembered her journey, the river, the trials, the price of careless words. And so, Inena's story became a lesson passed down through generations, a reminder that words are not just sounds, but forces that shape destinies. Words have power. They can heal or harm, bring joy or sorrow. We must choose them wisely. Regrets cannot undo actions, but change can. Inanna could not erase the past, but she could learn from it and become better. Hello, my lovely viewers. Hope you've learned a lesson or two from this story. If you did, kindly share your thoughts with me in the comment section. And also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more interesting stories. Bye.